But if you think that we're not thinking about the Super Bowl already, well, you got another thing coming.
Kansas City at Tampa Bay. I think that's a Super Bowl preview.
Heading into the new season, let's take a deep dive into 10 dream Super Bowl matchups that we are drooling to see this year. Green Bay Packers versus Kansas City Chiefs. How annoying is it that we haven't seen Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes once? The latter was injured for the Packers-Chiefs 2019 regular season meeting. 2 years later, Rodgers was out for their 2021 showdown after testing positive for COVID. And, Rodgers-Packers lost in the 2019 and 2020 NFC Championship games, while Mahomes' Chiefs reached the Super Bowl in both of those seasons. Well, here is a dream scenario. Maybe it actually happens this time. Perhaps we finally get to see Rodgers versus Mahomes in a rematch of Super Bowl I. And it's not just because of how great these two quarterbacks are. Both Green Bay and Kansas City added a lot more beef to their respective defenses this offseason, so it'd be awfully exciting to see how effectively the two gunslingers move the ball downfield. If there is one matchup in Glendale that the casual fan should be asking for, it is this one. New England Patriots versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joe Montana never faced Bill Walsh in a Super Bowl. Michael Jordan never went up against Phil Jackson in the NBA Finals. Might we get to see Tom Brady versus Bill Belichick in a Super Bowl, though? Brady and Belichick were the two architects of New England's 21st century dynasty that won 6 Super Bowls between 2001 and 2018. In 2020, however, Brady opted to leave New England for the Bucs, and it led to his 7th Super Bowl ring. The chess match between the GOAT player and the GOAT coach was can't miss TV in Week 4 of last season. Though Brady was held to 0 touchdown passes, he did enough to help Tampa beat his former team in Foxborough. Who wouldn't want one more showdown between the two most important men in Patriots history? On the grandest stage, no less. Does Brady stick it to his old team by winning a 2nd ring with Tampa? Or does Belichick prove that he can keep the dynasty alive without his former QB? Even if you take the Brady-Belichick storyline out of it, watching New England's vaunted rushing attack against Tampa's elite front 7 would be another enticing chess match, as would Tampa's explosive group of receivers against New England's always stingy secondary. Buffalo Bills versus Los Angeles Rams. Many view the Bills as the Super Bowl 57 favorites heading into 2022. Well, a wise person once said, to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And the defending champion Rams, of course, qualify as the best. The Bills and Rams will kick off the 2022 season at SoFi Stadium. Von Miller returns to town against his former team, where he played a pivotal role in helping LA claim the franchise's 2nd Super Bowl championship. Buffalo had the league's #1 defense in 2021, but what can they do against Matt Stafford, Cam Akers, Allen Robinson, and superstar Cooper Kupp? On the flip side, can a defense with 3 future Hall of Famers in Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and Bobby Wagner slow down Buffalo's high-powered offense? A Bills-Rams Super Bowl would have all the makings to be an instant classic. And don't forget their epic Week 3 2020 game, in which Buffalo blew a 28-3 second-half lead before winning on a Josh Allen to Tyler Kroft touchdown in the waning seconds. We're all here for a Rams-Bills Super Bowl. Please make it happen. Cincinnati Bengals versus Minnesota Vikings. This game may not appeal to some because the Bengals and Vikings don't have the national followings of other clubs like the Dallas Cowboys, New England Patriots, Green Bay Packers, or Pittsburgh Steelers. Neither team has won a Super Bowl. Before the Bengals' thrilling and unexpected run to Super Bowl 56, both of these clubs had spent the better part of the past decade in mediocrity. So, why does this matchup make the list? I mean, it's rather obvious, no? The Bengals and Vikings both feature suspect defenses, but 2 of the game's most explosive offenses. In other words, this would be a fireworks-filled affair reminiscent